Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to the Golden Feather Tavern. I am Chibi, your GM for today. We are back for session 3, and, well, we have most of the crew here today. Lumia Bubble, Moon Bubble, High Priestess Moon, however she goes by, is not able to join us today. But as a little bit of a refresher, we have our group who have been setting sail on the Tipsy Pearl with Captain Cuttlewash, and they had some nice, well-earned rest and relaxation. They'd won these tickets to get onto this legendary ship, and they found themselves embroiled in the murder investigation of the very legendary pirate himself, Captain Cuttlewash. They realized that he had been poisoned and found him in his quarters after a fearsome tide maw had attacked. I also need to probably report this as a bug to them because every time I scroll, it auto jumps me back up to the top. Alright. In the captain's quarters, they were coming to the realization that something had gone awry. The quarters were sacked, his compass was missing, and a knife belonging to Jean was found in the room, pinning the first page of the captain's memoir to the dresser. However, when confronted, Jean explained that the captain owes them money, and they'd planned on using the knife to scare the captain into paying him back. The ledger in the captain's room corroborated this story and also showed a payment of 300 gold from someone named Sylar. Jean suggested that the party speaks to Basil as the captain's biographer. He must know something, surely. And also reported that Rose and Basil had seemed to be getting quite close during the welcoming banquet. Their investigation was interrupted when a stowaway, a cloaked figure, suddenly fled from the Tipsy Pearl. They gave chase, defeated some singing Sandlanders in the process, and when last we met, the cloaked figure had just announced her innocence to the party. And that is where we had left off. I know what this looks like, and I'm sorry I ran. I should have never gotten on that damn boat, but I had to get out of Smuggler's Wharf. You have to believe me, I didn't kill the captain, but I think I know who did. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, I forgot I was muted again. That's only 3 times.
Same.
Those mute crystals are a little hard to control sometimes, so I apologize.
If only I had a few extra though sometimes. So I want to ask her what she's doing, basically stowing away, and why she paid the captain to do it. What is she running from?
So the captain and I were drinking and gambling a lot, and well, I ran up kind of a large debt to Vinnie Dunes. If you don't know who that is, she's the leader of the Depths. Anyway, Vinnie takes repayments in blood, shall I say, rather than coin. So, yeah, I kind of like keeping my blood in my body.
Oh, I do too. We got a lot in common.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place to hold it.
But as far as like why am I running? Basically, captain had planned to drop me off further up the coast on the return trip. But, well, once I heard that he was dead, I kind of needed to flee before we returned to port.
So are you thinking his murder has something to do with his death then?
It's possible. I mean, look, I'm not proud of how often that I kind of, you know, gambling is one of those things. There's like a rush to it, and it's so fun. But instead of repaying my debt, I took the 300 gold that I did have, and I gave it to the captain to help me escape Smuggler's Wharf. And yeah, it's unfortunate, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but I did see something, I think.
This is the first time that we've heard about this person, Vinny, yet you were still running away. And so, like, it tends to be that people that are guilty are the ones that are running. And so, like, it's interesting that you have a story and you're trying to connect it. But what is it you think you saw that helps your case, and why should we believe you?
Good question, Watson.
I completely understand what you're getting at. Yes, I know running is like very suspicious and you shouldn't do it. But I knew, because I was the one person, since I asked him to, you know, stow me away, that wasn't supposed to be there, that people were going to accuse me. So I needed to get out of there as quickly as possible. But during the attack from the very scary creature, I was peeking out of the cargo hold, and I saw a male woodlander sneaking down the stairs to the captain's room.
Male woodlander. Well, we know a little nervous one of those, don't we?
We do.
The description.
I don't. I just know he was a male and a woodlander and nicely dressed, I'd have to say. But look, I promise I didn't kill the captain. I have no advantage to that. After all, like, he's as broke as I am, and he was trying to give me a ride out of town.
So you saw the male woodlander sneaking down the stairs while we were fighting that creature?
Yeah, it was really weird because, I mean, look, I might be able to fight, but I'm not gonna fight that thing. You guys are way braver than me.
You noticed anything else since you've been basically hiding down here, or heard anything?
You know, I did notice something else. That what is it? Compass, right? The compass. I heard that was missing. I had spied a colony of like decorator crabs on this island in particular. And so I took a chance to find some valuables and maybe escape with my life. But I did notice that the captain's compass was on the back of one of the crabs.
One of the crabs we just killed, or what?
No. It's further on the island.
Oh, well, we definitely should try to get that compass then to see if there's anything about it that could give us even more clues.
I think that would be a good idea. After all, I mean, it seems like somebody threw it out the window, maybe, or tried to hide it for sure. Here, actually, do you guys know a lot about decorator crabs at all?
Oh,
Can't say
do
I heard of
I
them.
ever?
I know jack shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
Let me try to recall from my. Yes, I know everything about them.
Oh, okay. So you know, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, looking at you probably heard a lot about them. But you know, I think maybe if you approached them, perhaps you could barter to get the compass back.
Oh, what do you think, decorator? Oh my God, they're decorator crabs.
Yeah.
This is
Let's go
for
run
you guys
around.
to see. There you go.
Oh my God.
It's the shiny guy from Moana.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, from that one film with like the Pacific Islander princess.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Pacific Islander princess.
Yeah. Wappa Wappa Wana. Yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Way better because of the extra syllables.
the bards definitely have told stories about this one. Well, actually, so Kai, you know, based off of especially what you rolled, but you know particularly that decorator crabs have a sort of procedure that must be done when you approach them. In fact, you know that you should probably go slowly and bow before the crab before speaking, and that they prefer being able to have little games, if you will, to prove your worth. So are you going to approach this crab should she lead you there?
Ooh. I mean, we might have to if we want it. That's a pretty big crab.
So what I know about this is we have a merchant probably can help us facilitate a deal here. And what I know about decorator crabs is you have to approach them slowly and then do like a little crab dance, moving left to right with your little hands making claw motions. So have fun with that, Pockets.
Oh. Well, we kind of know what we have to do now. Do we need anything specific to sacrifice to the crab, like in exchange? Like you said, barter? I mean, do any of us have anything shiny we can give it? Is it like gold, money, knickknacks?
I believe. How about I just lead you over there and you can talk to it directly and see what it wants, because crabs kind of have a variety of things that they might want, and it may not always be objects, or it might be your shiniest object in return. But if you want, I can lead you over there. I know where they are. You took care of the scary bits anyway.
What do you guys think?
Sure.
You think we should go? I think we should go.
Yeah, let's go talk to crabs. Let's go get some crabs.
Sounds like a party. Let's go.
All right.
That is mostly
Sylar
dead fish.
Sylar leads you deeper onto the island a little bit, and you approach the colony of 5 decorator crabs and see that Sylar was telling the truth. Among the assorted trinkets on the largest crab's back, you spy the captain's compass. The eyes of the crab grow bright, and who's going to approach the crab?
None of us want to volunteer.
I haven't done a crab dance in a while, so I probably shouldn't be the one.
Yeah, I need to stretch first. Someone else can go.
Hey, Kai, you're the
use one of
expert.
my scroll skills on the crab?
Come again?
Can I use one of my skills on the crab?
What skill are you wanting to use?
Heart's Desire.
I was just gonna say you cannot romance the crab.
It's not a romance. Because these crabs seem to be very material oriented. However, I wonder if there's something other than material that would actually be like maybe they're trying to fill a void, right? And so I want to try and use this skill. And in part, I will also walk up to the crab.
All right, give me the specific set of events that you're doing so I can try and figure out how the crab reacts.
Okay,
Thank you, Chappie.
So I want to
Yeah, thank you,
identify
Chappie.
what somebody wants most. It might be material or emotional.
Right.
And so I kind of want to walk up and get a feel for what they are looking for, like what they are trying to get. And I
Okay. But do you follow Kai's advice on how to approach the crab, or do you just walk up?
I will address the crab on the way. Like, hello,
Okay.
good sir. Like,
Interesting. Okay. Give me a second. Hold on. I have to grab something for this.
Oh no,
What?
I hope
kind of
it's not
scared.
crabs.
great.
What have you
that
done?
mean?
That was you're gonna do that? Let me get my thing here.
I'm scared now.
I have a brand new set of dice that just came in thanks to one of our friends. And I'm gonna roll a d20 real quick. Because I'm feeling indecisive. So
To slay or to maim? That is the question.
slay your name. Alright. Okay. You approach the crab, and though you do not bow first, it senses you trying to essentially sense it. Suddenly, a low, regal voice appears in your head. I am willing to trade, but I do not seek material objects in return. Tell me which of my treasures you crave, and I will name my price. And that last word echoes through your mind pockets.
Because
Yes,
you're
sir.
already in my head, do you already know which treasure I seek?
I know that you seek a treasure, though I cannot be certain which treasure, as there are many shiny objects on my back.
You do have a couple that are of interest to me.
Well, for you, I will hold a trial. Should you pass this trial, you will be rewarded. The crab has a number of treasures as a reward for completing trials. And you get the sense that it is not a choose one situation.
Are these two just staring at each other, or is
Basically,
it's
for the rest of you,
responding back?
for the rest of you, you verbally hear Pockets like talking to it, and nothing. Like the crab is just.
I mean, from what Kai was telling me, I was waiting to see a dance off. So I mean, I'm kind of kind of disappointed
Hands
so
off,
far.
bro.
Is this a trial for just myself, or is this a trial for me and my companions?
Any who wish to participate may.
Let me discuss with my friends. So I'm going to go back to them, and I'm going to let them know that there is a... We can get some reward for the completion of the trials. I have no idea what the trials are going to be, but I figure the more of us that are going, the better the chance we have of getting what we're looking for.
That sounds like a reasonable conclusion. Are you sure you just didn't drink too much and you think the crab is talking?
Hey, if you want to go up there and try and take it off his back, feel free, but I think this is probably the better route.
Okay, well, I agree with that.
I mean, we don't know if it's going to be like building sandcastles or like
We have no idea.
giant scale rock sculpture.
They were
Maybe
efficient. We
fighting
can
the
do
other
it.
4 of them.
From what I gather, despite what you guys see, he's not very material minded. He's looking for something beyond material.
Maybe he just needs knowledge.
And so I don't know if that helps you guys kind of figure out what this might be, but or what the trials could potentially be, but he seeks something else beyond what he has on his back. I think the back is just like a happens to pick up kind of thing to try and get what he's looking for.
That makes sense.
Well, hopefully one of the trials is combat, because I can do that. I'm not too sure about anything else really, but that I can do.
So are you going to help us with these trials?
Absolutely, I am.
I know you're helping, Taka.
All right, I'm in. Let's do this.
Okay. Can we also take what's her face with us too?
Yeah, that's who I was
Silas?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were asking Silas anything. Sorry. I can try to help, but I don't know if this is really my place.
I just don't really want you running off again. If you
Oh, I won't run. Don't worry. You guys right now.
I trust
Says
you.
the runner. Excuse
What?
me.
As a person that ran
Pardon
away,
me.
we had to catch her. Yeah.
I told you guys where to find the compass. You see the compass is there. Okay. And also, if I ran away, for one, how am I supposed to get home? Because I don't know where in Mythos I'm at. And for two, you guys right now currently don't suspect me, where if I went back to the ship, they definitely would. So I'm smart. I'm not going anywhere. But I can try to help.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think she's lying. I think if she goes back there without any of us, they'll be even more suspicious of her.
Okay. So we have somebody to blame when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's do this. Are we gonna go back up to the crab again?
You do have to select what you're doing, yes.
I'm gonna do that. Okay,
For what?
I epic success to see if I could discern any truth or lack thereof. See if she's actually being
Oh,
genuine.
from Sylar?
Yeah.
You genuinely get the feeling that Sylar wants to help, but she's not entirely sure if maybe she would be getting in the way of the crab's customs if she intervened, since your party is the one seeking assistance or like seeking the items. But she's definitely being honest about not wanting to run away and truly feels like you guys are her best hope, which is why she's helping you.
Okay. Yeah, it's alright. I'm getting a decent feeling about this person here. I think we're good.
right. Pockets, are you going to approach the crab again?
Yes, I will.
Okay. In your mind, you hear, which trial would you like to try first? We have 3 trials. One is the trial of the artisan. Another is the trial of the heart. And the third is trial of the warrior.
Are these for, one person at a time, or do we all jump in the same one? Or wait, that's right. I can't talk to the crab, right?
I'm gonna look over my shoulder and say, did you guys hear that, or is it just me?
I think it's just you. I thought I heard something, but I think I was just...
I thought I heard something too, but I think it's just indigestion.
Yeah,
Me whispering in your ear.
It was hopeful thoughts.
So we have 3 directions that we can go. The trial of the artisan, the trial of the heart, or the trial of the warrior.
And is this like an all of us do the one thing, or do we like divide and conquer?
I think
not
he
sure.
said, which one do we do first? Did you not? Did the crab not say that? I just want to make sure.
The indigestion.
The crab did say that.
Okay.
Okay.
The indigestion.
Yeah.
Excuse you.
Sorry, that was the crab.
Are you looking to have us complete all 3 of the trials, or just one?
As a GM, I will give you this. You don't have to select all 3 of them. You can just choose one. After all, you can just let him know what you're looking for, and he will tell you which one you need to pass for that. But if you want to do all 3 of them, you can, and there may be other benefits to doing the other 2 outside of the one that gives you the compass.
I'd just say pick one and let's see what happens.
Let's do the warrior. Let's
I
fight
was
something.
about to say, I think that Vertec is going on warrior. We'll do warrior.
Warrior first.
Warrior.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, we have so many crabs.
Since you did not choose another direction first, you will be fighting all of the crabs.
I was gonna say no. Oh. Well,
Oh. Okay.
If you successfully complete our challenge, you will receive the compass.
But he did know which one I wanted.
That little.
Well,
No.
that is the loot for this child.
Okay.
It seems like it is of very importance to you, so therefore we value strength, and thus, since it is what you desire most, you must fight for it.
Here we go.
Alrighty. Let's go crack some shells. Oh. They look like strong
Well,
shells.
speaking of shells,
Pockets, you are up.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, I'm being distracted.
All good. I was just saying it was your turn. Send them in the ocean, says Neurotoxin.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm gonna water walk out of this.
This is awkward because I'm the healer, and so I need people to take damage.
Oh no. Could always try and ensure you are the furthest away from the fight. As the healer.
Pockets is running for the canoe already.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Oh.
These crabs are interesting.
Okay.
Did we properly set up our moon decoy?
I actually should remove her. There we go.
Our Lumia bubble meat wall has disappeared.
Our corpse shield.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh. Well.
That's no bueno. Hey, you're gonna be healing a lot here in a minute, buddy.
do not like.
Man. Okay. This crab is vulnerable. This one, okay.
I love the music in this game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
They've done a great job.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the way this works is if I attack this crab in any way, shape, or form, it'll lose its shell.
If you do damage.
Neurotoxin, this is much harder with the GM. Default AI just walks over all my fire traps. I will say, for those of you looking to GM this game, they do give you suggestions on how to do things.
Evidently, I'm about to get suggestion on how to die.
Oh. Okay. So let's see here. Oh my gosh, my guy is dancing. Relax, friend. Okay.
So the spells that I'm using are enticing treasures. The treasure on your shell sparkles with a magic drawing targets closer. And then the first one I used was claw swipe. So a swipe from one claw is bad. A swipe with both is deadly. I like the little tool tips that they add to these.
Just a success. I needed it to be a super awesome success. Holy mackerel.
Is that a crab or fish joke?
Womp womp.
Is that a crab or fish joke? This guy can't really do a whole lot, so he's just gonna come over here. And that'll end the turn. All nautical humor is appropriate. Very fair. Pocket says, I'm feeling a little bit more hearty and artisan-y right now for tech. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, healing damage.
This one.
Oh, yeah.
Can't really do anything, so it's just gonna end its turn.
This music is definitely vibe worthy.
Yes. This is Tales of Fablecraft. This is a TTRPG that is its own standalone TTRPG. It's one of those things that is, it has its own rules and everything. All right. I'm gonna do something.
Rules? We don't need no stinking rules.
Okay, hold on. Where did that go? There we go.
The Digimon, the Dungeons and Dragons Pokemon. Yeah.
If you want to. It's just a different TTRPG is all. You can compare it. Where's this go? Okay. Somewhere along the way, you notice that the cloaked figure, Sylar, has joined you in your fight.
Ooh, smack the crap. I like it.
Me smash.
It is stunned, but it's going to try and lash out. At you. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Even with the stun.
Avenge me!
Okay. Let's see. Doom 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 boom 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 boom. Wait, do I hurt friends? Adjacent foes. Okay, just foes. Ugh. Oh, I just don't do damage to anybody. Okay, never mind.
A lobotomy. Oh my gosh.
So, Pockets, why did you tell it we wanted to fight anyway?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I feel somebody's indigestion told me they wanted to do the way of the fighting.
Well, I'm just saying, whoever had the idea, it was a bad idea. Holy moly.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa,
Man.
Well, at least they also have the same approach that D&D has, where when you're low level, you get wrecked. Let's see if after a while we get the, once you become high level, you wreck everything. Kind of power growth curve.
Yeah, there.
I've come to save you from 2 attacks. Yeah. Hey, those attacks are harsh. They're pretty heavy hitting.
Looks like everything in this game hits like a truck.
Yes, they are fighting crabs. These are just not just any crab. These are decorator crabs.
wow.
They're decorated champion fighting
Can't even
crabs.
heal.
These are, yeah, these are no joke crabs. They are not the all-you-can-eat buffet.
Okay. She's going to come over here. Away from that crab. And not really able to do much because she's just trying to stay away from some of the others. This one.
Oh my gosh. This thing is just... Oh, I'm gonna die.
I had
Wait.
to attack the air.
Oh, okay, you missed. Critical failure. Hoo-wee. It's paste. This thing was supposed to do the thing again, but it did not. Okay.
What thing?
Doom, 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 doom. The pulsar is supposed to radiate with deadly force on my next turn. It did not.
Has that happened
radiate.
before?
That's the first time I've used it.
Oh, okay.
Now, the thing is, I'm curious if it's going to end up being one of those things where the damage is going to go through after I do a different attack.
Actually, I got this confused for another game, No Fire Traps for me. I was playing Thunderfolk. I did try this at one point, but never a real session. Yes, so this is Tales of Fablecraft. It is a TTRPG that's in early access. We tested it during last year's PAX West. So it thinks
Yeah, it didn't
that ooh. It's okay, Vertec. I watched MasterChef. I know what to do here. You need 2 pounds of butter and some salt. You throw the net and then you rub the butter and salt on it.
Okay. Sounds like a masterful step to do. I'm with it. Sounds like a delicious strategy there, Dante. Whew. I'm just saying, if we take out one of these, we win, right?
Who knows?
What I'm hoping for at this point. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for it.
Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, well, that's where we bumped into this, was at PAX last year.
All right, I'm going to wake you up. I'm going to wake her up. Although technically she's fine.
Up.
Wake me up! Why can't I wake up?
You have done well, adventurers, mages. That indeed was a tough battle, but should you have simply attacked us without first interacting, we would be far less merciful. But you have shown a great strength. You are awarded your boon. And pockets, if you look in your inventory, you now have the captain's compass.
Okay. This is a common item. We could have got this anywhere. All right. I'm gonna look at the other guys and I'm like, I kind of want to go for more. You guys want to do the trial of the heart?
Thank you, Theo. Cheers.
Theo, thank you. I mean, it can't be worse than what we just did, so... I'm in.
I'm in, as long as it doesn't involve dying again.
We would like to try the second trial.
For the trial of the heart, I desire a gift that holds sentimental value to its owner. Who is willing to part with something that they hold dear?
Here, take my wife.
As a note, there's a hint here that says think outside the box. It doesn't have to just be an object.
I have this this self-authored rule book. I took care and put great thought into every rule that I made.
Book. See, I don't have anything of sentimental value that I can think of, or that is on me, sadly.
Doctor, you don't need that left arm, right?
I mean,
You're not very
if you want to
attached.
talk about love, if I want to talk about love, then you need to get rid of the right arm.
Vertek, did you get that?
Yeah, I clicked the thing.
I didn't see it come through.
Alright, here, let me
I see the game log. Yeah, I don't see it. Don't roll it on your own because it has a difficulty value.
Okay.
That's not an epic success. Yeah, just tell me if you don't get it instead of just rolling, because some of these
Okay.
have very specific difficulty rolls.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, I got it.
The crab remains unmoved by this meaningless gift.
I'm gonna sit there and look at my self-authored rule book and just kind of go, "What? It means a lot to me." Thought I did good. Since we're on a beach, I'm gonna literally kick rocks. Little tiny rocks. A bunch of them.
You get the feeling that he's looking for something that is actually, like, dear to you. Sentimental. Just like the captain's compass was to him.
Does anyone have a deep, dark secret? That's kind of sentimental, right?
I can't think of anything. I got a rock.
Kai, I
So-
know you got secrets.
I mean, I do have one thing, but I was kind of hoping that someone else would step up.
I'm gonna.
That's a good idea, neurotoxin.
I am going to give all 45 of the coins that I have to the crab.
You're gonna give the crab your gold.
All,
Hey,
all the
but-
gold, not just the gold, but every penny that I have. Every penny that I have on me. As a merchant, this is why I think it might be. And I failed. Okay.
Oof.
Interesting. Okay. All right. All right.
The crab looks
I'll
at
keep
your
my coin.
coin and then looks back at you, unmoved by this meaningless gift.
Oh, damn. Called you meaningless.
I'll keep it. All right.
I'll pull out a face covering and I'll say this is the first thing I was given to by my trainer, and it helps me hide away when I don't want to be seen.
Oh.
The crab
Well-
appreciates your emotional attachment to the item, and it senses the importance behind it. And as a reward, it gives you, that was Kai, right?
Yeah.
It gives you a ring. And this ring is the ring of invigoration, which gains you 1 power. It's a 2-toned ring that is inlaid with ocean glass that is said to have been blessed by Arya and Cesaro, the gods of harmony, giving the wearer a boost of power.
It's so cool.
That's a shiny little ring.
Here, let me see if I can... Can I share with you what the ring looks like? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can just click it up and look at it myself, but if you want to, you can go into Kai's inventory and you'll see the ring there, I believe. And also don't forget to put it on. I think you're supposed to be able to see the inventory. Oh yeah, you have to actually click all the way into the inventory. You actually do have like little slots to put gear in your inventory. Yeah, Kai has it on now. You can see the ring of invigoration through there.
Ooh. Ah.
Really?
One
It's
trial
shiny.
remains. One trial remains. Do you wish to partake in this trial?
Artisan, I think, would be something we could probably pull off as a team.
I think we could.
Yeah.
By the way,
yeah.
just out of curiosity, is the crab talking to everybody or still just me in my head?
Still you in your head.
So, you guys good for doing the last one? Because I am good to.
Yeah,
keep
let's
it
go.
I think
Cool.
it sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
All right, we will achieve attempt the 3rd trial.
For the last challenge, I desire a truly unique object.
Truly unique object.
So what's Crab saying we need to do for the next thing?
He needs a unique object, which I'm actually kind of confused because he said that he doesn't require material things. And the last one he required a material thing that had a connection to it, and now he needs another object, which sounds material.
I'm gonna once again pull out my self-authored rulebook and I'm gonna kind of look at it and look sideways at the crab. Hmm. No, I'm gonna put it back in my bag again. Nobody wants my book.
Well, actually, you know what? I will go ahead and let you have that because you did at least roll 1, and given that well, let's see. Given that you succeeded in the trial of the warrior and of the heart, and it is truly unique, you know what? I will rescind that and say that that would have been 1 difficulty less, and you would have passed it.
All right.
That is truly a unique item, and it's rather impressed by the ingenuity of your rulebook.
These are
No, it
truly
does
some of
not-
my favorite rules ever.
One says, "Don't ever give away rule book in a trial."
Yeah.
The crab gives you a hourglass. When you turn this hourglass, the sand moves upwards, not downwards.
This is also a very unique item. Okay, I see.
Sylar speaks up. Now that you have passed its challenges, I suppose we should probably head back to the ship. After all, the ship is slowly getting away from us.
Oh shit! Run!
But we got a compass now.
I will give the crab a long, deep bow before running off.
The crab returns your bow with its own bow. You hear like the tinkling of the shinies on its back as it moves. So, now, I know it was my suggestion to go back, but I suppose it is truly your decision on what you would like to do. I just ask that, if you could please consider allowing me to escape, I would be very grateful.
I mean, you almost did just kill all of us, but we got a ring and an hourglass out of it, so, I guess that's cool.
You see her, start to open her mouth to, respond about, not technically being the one that kills you, but, you guys chose to do the thing. And then she closes her mouth again and just decides to not say anything and just nods.
So you're just gonna be hanging out on this island? I don't see a whole lot of palm trees or anything to just enjoy the life.
Well, I was thinking if you were okay with it, I could go with you back to the ship and you guys could climb aboard and I could take the canoe.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I suppose. I think we have a couple more of these, right?
Yeah, I don't care. It's not my ship.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, and
are we
of
gonna
course
hide
we'll
you on
have
the
to,
ship,
you
or do
know.
you want to be, are you going to be running around on the deck, or are you just going to be hiding the entire time?
Well, I could go back to the ship with you, but I should probably, at least before we return, I should probably, run away before Vinny finds me or their henchmen.
Oh, you're talking about when we get back on shore.
I don't mind joining
It's up to
you back.
I mean, we can't stop you from getting on the boat. That's all I'm going to say. So if you want to come, then come. We're not going to knock you out or anything.
I promise that if you allow me to escape, then I will aid you however I can in the future. But I think it is best that I don't return to the ship.
Okay, well, since you're not returning to the ship, so you don't recall seeing anything else like fishy or weird on the ship? Just the one woodland elf guy, kind of creeping.
Yeah, that's all I really saw, outside of the crabs.
Oh, and by the way, thank you, Tio.
Yes.
Yes.
So are you guys good with her just taking you back to the ship and then going on her way afterwards?
I think we
It's fine.
got the compass. Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Sure.
I will say, Tilly does seem on top of things. So just be prepared. She'll probably question why you let me go, given that I, for everybody else, am suspecting of murdering the captain.
You were scared for your life, and you also led us to the captain's compass. So
That's fair. I wanted to give you guys heads up since you're doing me such a courtesy, and believe me, your kindness will be repaid. All right. So full disclosure, we are getting to the end of the session, although we do have 2 hours left. Do you want to continue on to the next session?
Is the next session the last one?
No, there's 2 more sessions.
Do we know if Moon's making the next one?
I'm not entirely sure. However, since you guys are here, if you cannot make the 6th, which I understand because it is the 4th of July weekend, I was considering pushing it back to the 13th, if that would be okay with you.
I would much rather have all of us here as possible because the next one might go quick too, and we might be in the final one right away. So
That is very fair.
With one person down. I'd wait. 13th is great for me.
Okay.
too.
If
Also
that
probably
works.
fine for me.
Okay, perfect. So if that works for you, then I think I'll just go ahead and move the next one to the 13th, and we'll do a subscriber-only stream on the 6th. But before that, as you head back to the Tipsy Pearl, the closer you get to the ship, Pockets, I believe you have the compass.
Neat.
Kind of notice it catches your eye that the needle on the captain's compass is moving back and forth as you approach. And the closer you get to the ship, the more wildly the further the needle points. And I will leave you there until the next session. Now, since we did end early, are you guys okay with a little bonus roleplay content that I have made?
Whoa. What kind?
So for the record, I have been working on, this is thanks to Oracle, I have been working on doing tavern drinks, and each drink has its own story, and the subscribers voted and wanted the critical hit cocktail as their drink. So if that is of interest, we could go through the story that goes with the critical hit cocktail drink.
I mean,
Sure.
why not? I was expecting to be at least 45 minutes longer.
Okay.
Here.
You're here. All right, Vertec,
let's go. Let's do it.
I'm going to share with you a video. But you need to be in TGF to be able to see it. So make sure you're not on your personal account, because it is currently members only, and it will be members only going forward, because this will become the new video. So here's that. And if you guys don't mind me while that video is playing later when we get there, I will excuse myself and go get some things to make a drink with, and maybe 2, and bring one up to Vertag. So give me a second while I pull up my handy dandy thing. So for those of you watching the stream, you will be partaking in this. This will be an audience participation poll. and you guys will actually be determining the outcome of this story. And I am so very excited to finally have it released. I was been trying to figure out when to do this, so this is perfect. Dante says you had me at drinks. I also had me at drinks because
I like that. Vertec maybe gets one.
Yeah.
yes. Well, it depends on how fast I can be before the video ends.
Well, I'm gonna need a few minutes.
Get
I'm gonna need
set, go.
Yeah, we
Hey,
need a few
you're gonna
moments to
have-
get this pulled up anyway. So
You're gonna have
Yes.
plenty of time while I still have to go through the story, so give me just a second.
okay.
Vertec worked really hard with me on this and told me that I wasn't allowed to share any details with him until the live stream, so he has no idea what the story is about either. Give me a second. Let me know also if you like this kind of content, because this is our first time doing this, and I'm just pretty excited for this. So basically, we have the book called The Adventurer's Guide to Alchemy, and it is something that we backed. And in fact, they still have the late backer capability. So if you are curious and interested in having your own recipes at home, that is what this recipe came from. I did confirm, granted, I am very particularly careful when it comes to taking recipes from people. I try and be as mindful as possible. I realized that they made these cocktails, and so I wanted to make sure I could actually put them as part of the video. This is from the Misfit Hobbies, and here is their official URL. And you can actually access their Kickstarter from here. It's the very top one, Adventurer's Guide to Alchemy. And they are accepting late backing if you are interested in still having this. What you can do is that top book that you see, that is the recipe book. And then there's a companion book, which is what we're waiting for. And the Adventurer companion book has a lot of the stories that go along with the books in the recipes. So I'm gonna quickly run this ad just to get it out of the way, so that way we don't have to worry about it going. Wait, hold on. I think it was this one. My bad. Sorry for the spam. There we go. I'm just gonna get this out of the way so that way nobody has to worry about not being included in it later, because I want you guys to hear the full thing. So basically, we backed this. We got the Adventurer's Guide. I'm going to be adjusting and tailoring the Adventurer's Guide to Ashes of Creation, and I'm really, really excited. And this is actually thanks to all the subscribers on our channels, all the people that are backing us and helping us with everything. So I want to say that I used the sources from the wiki. So it was really funny listening to Pockets have his own little story for Ashes. I actually ended up using Seahook. So, yeah, and I saw that there's also a Dunehold one coming soon. So if we ever get a Dwarven drink, perhaps I'll have to include the Dunehold node. But as soon as this break ends, I'm gonna go grab some stuff. I'm going to take this moment to prep. Make sure to get ready for some pulls. So that way we can both have some drinks. So 2 seconds.
Do 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 do. Okay.
It's almost too hot to drink here.
I
Almost.
feel you. I was about to say the same thing.
What?
It's hot.
Dude, I went to Menards to like get some things, and my car air conditioner is like, nope. Like, It's like I'm blowing as cold as I can, and this just still not enough.
Just no.
So
Just no.
Pretty much.
first day we're putting AC on, and it's 87 in my house right now.
Like the dog doesn't even want to go outside. She's like, I'll pass. I'll just pee on the kitchen floor. I don't care. I don't want to go out there.
Our cats are just laying on the bathroom floor since it's tile. Just looking at us like, why?
Why does the air hurt my face?
Okay, why is that? Looks like it's making noise. It should not be making noise. Okay, hey Dante, it's 1 a.m. you're in, starting to feel real sleepy. See how this ends in the VOD tomorrow. Alright, good night there, Dante. Rest well, and thanks for stopping by. I'm currently fighting the OBS / Chrome boss. I don't know why it is being weird.
Anything with Chrome is weird.
Okay, that's what it was. Got it. It's picking up audio from all of my tabs. Got it. All right. Well, when we are ready for the video, I think I have it ready. All right. So you said it's super toasty. Where you at? I'm not even sure what it is outside for me. I was up till the wee hours, making up some documentation for our upcoming summit. And then the sun was out by the time I went to sleep, and I passed out, and then I woke up for this.
Don't you love insomnia? It's great.
Insomnia plus hyperfocus.
It's funny. There was a guy in my stream just before I read it over to you guys that was asking questions about it. That he was like seeing how it is and stuff. And I said, sorry, I had to run when I rated over to TGFT. And he goes, "What's TGFT?" And I was like, "Well, it's this couple that has been in. They're Phoenix Initiative testers and stuff like that. And I'm like, and when they get into the game, they plan on running their own tavern." And he's like, "Wait, they can have businesses in the game?" I didn't realize that. And I was like, "Dude, you have no idea the amount of systems that are in this game that are just on top of each other and intertwined." It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of stuff people can do. Cannot wait to own a tavern.
I can't wait to get drunk at your tavern.
Heckin' yeah. As long as you make a fool of yourself, it's gonna be a requirement.
You know I am.
But so neurotoxin, you're in. I'm not sure if LA, if you mean Louisiana, or LA like California, like Los Angeles. But either way, only being 74 in either one of those sounds pretty good. I think, what is it in the land of Floridia right now? Yeah, it's 87 outside.
Yeah.
Dude, we're 96 right now.
Hooey. I don't know how that happens.
There's like this big graphic of the heat bubble, and it's like the center of the heat bubble is right over basically Ohio, which is where I live. So we're just cooking. We're in the microwave.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you can't have a lot of other cool stuff going on, at least you can have heat.
I'm sure if I went out there with like a steel pan or something. Oh, I bet you I can cook an egg on top of my grill right now. It's black. It would just sit there sizzling.
Vertec, I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
How many tier 4 nodes do you suspect that we will have after phase 3 with full node progression?
One more time.
How many tier 4 nodes will we be able to have at full progression in phase 3?
Oh, lordy. I think I crunched the numbers of this at one point, and I don't know where that doc went to, but it was probably somewhere in the range of like 15 or so, 20, something in there.
There's no way you are wrong if that's the number.
Sorry, one sec. All right, I'm back. Well, so we can have 5 tier 6s. Each tier 6 can have what, 1 5 and 2 4s?
Sorry, no. Phase 3.
Oh, phase 3. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about like when we go live, like full progression. Yeah, I don't even know how many nodes in total are they looking to have for phase 3.
26.
Like individual nodes. So
26.
I don't know.
All right. Sorry about that. Ooh. Sometimes the tavern has so much stuff in it that I gotta go find some things.
Mhm.
So, all right, cool.
Gotta go to the back store rooms.
Yes. All right. So I want to preface. This is both inspired by your fight with the Fablecraft game against the creature that you guys fought like the first day or so, and Ashes of Creations, the Hungerer. So be ready for that.
You said the
26 is the number. I'm thinking the Hungerer. Yep. Thinking 3 to 6 is the number of, and the difference between the two are crazy amounts of difference. Yeah. Crab juice margarita. Ooh,
Oh my gosh, that sounds both
interesting.
terrible and amazing at the same time.
I don't know how to feel about that one.
Depends on what stage of the night we're on.
Ugh, crab juice margarita.
I don't know how to feel about
There's
that one.
any part of the night where I want that.
Anyone for some crab juice margaritas? Everyone just runs away.
I mean, I'm just saying, you put lemon on your shellfish, right? What's the difference between lemon and sour mix?
That they're no, just no. You can't even,
no.
don't even try to work logic into this. Not allowed.
All right, I'm getting the polls prepped.
I mean, I'm just saying a regular margarita is basically just tequila and sour mix. So you're basically just going with crab and sour mix, which is just like crab and lemon. The only thing you're missing is butter.
All right, so
Yeah, I
this should be. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna comment that I feel like crab legs, if they belong anywhere to drink a Bloody Mary, would be the only one that kind of does that.
I mean, yeah, probably working a Bloody Mary for sure.
So this is going to be one poll question, but in the future it might be longer. I'm just going as simple as I can for the first one. All right,
sorry.
for this.
It's a little rough. This is unplanned.
Yes, sorry.
For today, I should say.
In the future, if it helps you, Vertec, I could just send you the finished video so you don't have to use Chrome. I don't know if that would make any difference for you.
In the future, that would be better, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure how to do this. I just assumed YouTube would be the simplest because it's not taking that much processing from you. Let me see. Well, okay. Well, we'll just keep this picture or this video. I think you still have the Fablecraft video up, right?
Yeah, I have
keep
Fablecraft
this-
video up right now.
Perfect. We'll keep this video of you perfectly being on a caravel. Now let's imagine we are in Vera instead of Fablecraft. You find yourself standing at the helm of a caravel with the horizon stretching endlessly before you. The creaking of the ship's boards as waves crashing against it, just enough to make it lean slightly to one side before shifting to the other. fades into the background as you gaze ahead. The scent of the turquoise sea fills your senses as the salt water sprays across your face like a fine mist. You've sailed for a few hours and are well into the sea, having left Sea Hook's harbor with your crew. You glance at the compass in your hand and chart a course toward an area rumored to be Adobua's abode. Your mission? Locate it, document any weaknesses, and study its patterns. Hey, that's perfect. I heard creaking. Your crew was supplied with enough provisions to last several days, just enough time, it was believed, to scout the surrounding waters and assess the area. Lately, there have been whispers that the corrupted tribe of Sladeborn, who dwell in the region, are in league with the one known as Adobua the Hungerer. Of Adobua, little is truly known. Ancient legends of Vera speak to its existence, but they do so in hushed tones and fragmented tales. Can I pause the music? Is that something that I can do? I think so. Hold on. There we go. A hushed silence settles over the sea. The waves go quiet. The wind drops to a fainter whisper, and the horizon lies motionless. For a brief moment, serenity reigns. Then, the feeling creeps in. Something stirs below. You cannot say what it is, but an unnatural presence presses against your senses. Vast, patient, and ancient. Glancing around, you see it in your crew's eyes. They feel it too. The quiet tension coils tighter until a low, thunderous bellow echoes from a deep. A moment later, a massive tentacle erupts from the tranquil waters, glistening in the sunlight like something torn from a nightmare. The Kraken has found you. You are 8 souls upon the sea, caught in the maw of a creature from legend, and your only chances of survival lie in split-second choices, desperate luck, or divine intervention. As more tentacles rise from the depths surrounding your vessel in a tightening ring of doom, one truth becomes clear. You must either fight for survival or become just another tale of a ship swallowed whole by the Hungerer. The choice now lies before you. Do you raise your voice to the gods above, pleading for their divine aid? Or do you turn to your crew, your only family at sea, and trust in their strength and cunning to escape the beast's grasp? The poll is now live. You are the one that controls the fate of your crew. Just as a heads up, your votes will be compared with the subscribers' votes, which I already have. So I will be adding the two together, and the final vote count will be the winning vote.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Call out to the 7 above or rely on your trusty crew.
We have a 50-50 split vote on Twitch, and so far calling out to the 7 above on YouTube. If you are on if you're on mobile, I don't know if you can see the poll. I do know it's easier to see it on desktop though, for Twitch at least.
So though you and your crew have gone through many a journey together, this is indeed a legendary creature.
It is. But yes, so just kind of while I take up time so that you guys can have some time to vote. I think I set it for 5 minutes. It may have been a bit long. I'll give it probably another minute or two. I did grab stuff from the wiki. So I, for those of you that maybe caught my mention of the Sladeborn, that was in their Tranquil Sea stream, where they mentioned the Sladeborn having something to do with the Hungerer. So there is definitely Ash's lore in this.
I think the technical term that was used by Steven is in cahoots.
In cahoots. All right, we are 50-50 on YouTube and 2-1 basically on Twitch, with relying on your crew being in the lead. I will give it a minute longer. I don't know how to end the poll early, but I know how to end it on YouTube at least. How did you guys like the story so far? That was all like.
I like the story.
Yeah, that was good. Okay, cool. Fun fact: Tales of Fablecraft is eventually going to make it so that you can make your own homebrew in it. And I'd love to maybe take some of these little encounters and make them little Tales of Fablecraft encounters. So, butter, get a splash of diacetyl from some buttery wine. Bloody Mary's crab legs. Diacetyl. I've never seen that word. Okay.
That's how I'm imagining it's pronounced. I actually don't know.
So, sorry, YouTube. You guys are 50-50. But Twitch is deciding we are going to rely on our crew. And in fact, that is also what the subscribers voted, is to rely on their crew as well. So,
I think it was relatively resounding victory
unanimous
for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was practically unanimous. You share a glance that speaks volumes. All of you are aware of the grave consequences ahead. With a nod, the fighters and rogues move swiftly, flashing at the tentacles that lash against the ship. Meanwhile, a bard steps forward, playing a menacing melody that fills the air before shifting to a dark lullaby aimed at the Kraken's massive form. Two mages lock eyes, ready to unleash their power. The first conjures a storm, dark clouds swirling overhead, while the second forms a frosty bolt of ice and launches it towards the creature. A deep bellow from beneath the waves confirms a successful hit. The Kraken's tentacles slow, as if chilled by the frostbolt's touch. Seizing the moment, the first mage calls down a lightning strike, crackling through the storm and syncing perfectly with the icy chill. The combined assault lands a series of critical hits, thick, dark ichor oozing from the creature's wounds. With another guttural bellow, the Kraken withdraws its tentacles and soon disappears beneath the waves, defeated for now. Knowing you are no match to pursue further, you instruct your scribe to record every detail you've gathered about the beast before steering back towards the southern Turquoise Sea harbor. Back on land, you gather in a tavern to recount your tale to those who hired you. As the payment changes hands, a barmaid arrives with 2 drinks. The first is a dark, murky liquid, perhaps inspired by the cravings of a necromancer. This one is known as the Kraken's blood, she says, setting it down very carefully. The second is a reddish concoction that packs a punch but carries tropical notes of pineapple and lime, alongside rum and other flavors. And this one, she adds with a wink, it is called the Critical Hit. Perhaps it was a drink fit for a critical hit, or maybe it was inspired by one. And Vertek, could you roll our lovely video?
Yep. Let me get it. Pop back up here. Doop dee doop 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 doop.
I wish Twitch would have an ability to go ahead and delete the poll or end the poll early if you wanted to.
All
Let
right.
me know when it's live. Are we gonna go into the larger screen for this?
That's the largest that we have for that.
Okay, I don't have it up, so I have no idea what it looks like.
Yeah, it's the larger video display.
Okay.
Right.
Perfection.
And playing now.
Sometimes when on an adventure, you need either a little bit of luck or a bit of faith to get that critical hit in. For this critical hit cocktail, you are going to want to start with about 2 ounces of rum. It is important to know that you can find rum typically where the pirates are, which currently are in the tranquil seas. However, you may want to barter to ensure that it's the white spiced rum variety and not the darker spiced rum variety. I've heard the darker spiced rum has Kraken's blood in it. Now the next item you're going to want is some amaretto. It's about 1 ounce of amaretto, and you can find this by going to any alchemist. Perhaps they will have a nice concoction distilled from their local herbs. Next, you're going to want about 1 ounce of lime juice. This is from freshly found limes. Maybe you can ask a local farmer and see if they've grown any. But finally, you might have to go out to the tropics and fight a couple of raptors, but once you find a couple of pineapples, you'd want to juice them down and use about 1 ounce of pineapple juice as the last part of this main cocktail ingredient. Now you're going to want to go ahead and mix all of the ingredients together. It is important to note that if you're looking to do a non-alcoholic version of this, you would want to find your local alchemist to make you some seedlip of the garden variety, as well as perhaps have some almond extract in replace for the amaretto. But then you can just add the lime juice as I'm doing here and the pineapple juice just as normal. Once that is complete, you're going to want to go ahead and shake all of it up into a nice shaker. Finally, you're going to want to go ahead and reach out to your local alchemist for some cherry and pomegranate extract for the last part of this. But as you see here, I am pouring this mixture into the glass, and you don't really need to strain it, but I just found it easier to pour it from the top. And this is about 1/2 ounce of the cherry and pomegranate extract that I mentioned a second ago. And as you see, that'll make a really nice color variety throughout the drink. Now, finally, you're gonna wanna reach out to maybe a mage or an arcanist, because this isn't any typical water. No, in fact, this is club soda. So you're going to want to add a little bit of club soda, or, air water, if you will. Just enough to make it nice and bubbly and fill the drink all the way up. And here you have the final concoction of the critical hit cocktail. I hope you enjoy this. Cheers.
That was super good.
Thank
Ooh.
you. That was
Yep.
my very first time ever making one of these, and I want to say shout out to Oracle for suggesting me make this content.
Yeah, that was slick. I like the beakers and everything, the glasses. That was really good.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and mix mine live here with you guys. So I've got my. This is the amaretto, and I have the rum. This is the pineapple
Rum
juice.
is the important part, right?
The rum is the
Yeah,
important
yeah.
part. You have to fight. I've heard that you have to like fight a pirate for those. So I need mad alchemist goggles. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So make sure you make friends with your local wizards. Get you some fizzy water.
Yes, fizzy water is important. I'm gonna borrow some ice from this other drink I have here. And yeah, so this is my first time making this kind of stuff, so I hope you like it. But Vertek, if you can show everybody the final.
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
Delicioso.
Yes. I adore this drink. I think it's been one of my favorites to make. And I've gotten quite fast at it now. And then a splash of the fizzy water, air water.
Bubbles.
Cheers.
Hell
Cheers.
But I'm serious when I say that this packs a punch. One of these will get me lightly tipsy. Two of them will definitely get me pretty giggly water. So, giggle juice, if you will. But
Can
thank
confirm.
you guys.
Two is a chibi-sized feast of these.
Yes. And also,
After the second one, we have trouble finding her in the house, is what he's saying.
yes.
Pretty much.
Unless you know where to look, which is usually where the comfy places are, and I'm just cuddling a doggo.
May or may not be sinking into a corner of the couch.
But thank you guys so much for joining us for this, and that was really, really fun. I'm gonna actually, this is part of the main video we're gonna actually have. So after this, I'm going to take this segment of the stream and break it down into the actual live video that will go out probably next Thursday. So really excited for that. That being said, I will be choosing a couple of stories that we can have the subscribers vote on what will be the next drink video, and we will start it all again. So if you liked this kind of content, we're trying to branch out a little bit into more than just our podcast. Obviously, we're trying to do more Fablecraft because I love TTRPGs, and trying to do, more drink videos and things like that. And I really appreciated when somebody suggested that felt like a spirit of the lore-forged Baron Chef living on. I actually was hoping very much so to kind of embody some of that, but primarily have our own twist on it with the live chat and live audience interaction with that, which kind of fits the rest of our theme of what we like to do here. So I just want to say thank you. And speaking of caravels, we missed the Baron Chef too. Speaking of caravels, we have our very own Ludaloo, who likes to do caravan content, and I don't know what he's streaming right now.
Chrono Odyssey.
Chrono Odyssey, yes. So some of you might be familiar with Chrono Odyssey. A lot of the CCs are currently going through and testing it. I believe Pockets you as well. And so we're going to raid over to him. Feel free to ask his thoughts. Apparently, there are some things that some of the other CCs have enjoyed about it. So I have not yet tried it. I don't know if I'm going to be trying it, but let's share some Ashes of Creation love. Because he's always in our streams and always in our chats. Bro yaps so much to himself all the time. Yeah. Thank you so much. You could have been doing your own Fablecraft game, but instead you're here with us. And Pockets Art is one of the streamers that has been amazing and joined us, as well as Chaffee J. I think Moon is intending on going back into streaming. And Taco, you're just kind of hanging out in the community, yes?
That and my voice work, yep.
There you go. So give everybody some love and support and come hang out if you want to come hang out with us in the Discord. But Vertek, you have any other things you want to share?
Nope, not necessarily. I suppose if you do enjoy our content, please do hit all the free stuff at least. All the likes, follows, subscribes, whatever it happens to be on whatever platform or wherever you find us. The free stuff is highly encouraged. Should you decide to do any paid features, like upgrading memberships and such, please do. It definitely helps us. We're trying to recover some money so that we can recover some gear to start making meat.
Yes.
But no pressure there. If you're not sure if you like our content or not, don't worry about following. Just check back in another time. But either way, speaking of time, you spent it here. You don't get refunds. Once it's spent, it's gone. So we do
and
appreciate
we're going.
it. Bye.
Bye.
Like,